2 years. Well, the valuable feature is the topology view. You can view the topology. Another valuable is the host configuration, the NCM feature, the policy manager that it has, and the scalability. That's one of the biggest ones. When I started working, we only had 35,000 devices in there. Because of the scalability and all that, we have over 100,000 devices in Spectrum right now. So all of them are SNMP managed. We have a DR site. We are testing the latest release right now, but in our production, we have 9.3.3, and it's running good. But with our requirements as they're expanding, for example, one of the issues that we have is the global collection, the real-time global collections. So, for example, let's just say Southwest region has 15,000 devices, and that group want to have an interface global collection that's going to be over 300,000, 400,000 interfaces. And they wanted real-time interfaces that really bogs down the database. So we're looking at 10.1 in there. The scalability is going to improve a lot with that. It is a very stable solution. Once you launch it correctly, you barely have to manage it. Well, the level 1 support is same as the support you get everywhere with every vendor, but the layer 2 and above, they're very good. It depends on how big your environment is, right? If you're doing a distributed setup, then you need a little bit of architecture help and how it's going to be built. But I would say it's between, if you do from 1 to 10, 1 is the easy and 10 is hard, it's between 6 and 7. There are certain attributes that we would like to be able to send northbound to different applications or different API calls that we can use. That is one. And also a unified polar, for which they already talked about. So if I have Performance Center in Spectrum, I don't need to have separate servers for those same applications. You know, I could have one unified polar, which is getting the traps and also pulling information. I am not sure, but when I got in, Spectrum was on the rise of being implemented. But before this, we had Netcool. First, I look at the product, how viable it is. Second, I looked at the support that I'm going to get from the vendor. So those are the two major things that I look for. My company, they looked at vendors before Spectrum, but now Spectrum is like the primary vendor for fault management. 8, scalability, reliability. I mean, there are some minor issues, but that can be resolved.